Hi, my name is Abby Elliott and my Photoblog project is titled Health Literacy. So first of all, what is health literacy? Health literacy can be defined as the degree to which individuals have the capacity to obtain, process, and understand basic health information and services needed to make appropriate health decisions. In this photoblog, we will be following 3 individuals of different health literacy levels. Communication occurs between them and their healthcare providers based on their health literacy status. The first character we will be following is Jose. Jose is an immigrant who just moved to the U.S. from Mexico. He has very low health literacy and only speaks broken English. He moved to the U.S. with his family looking for better work and a better life. As a requirement for his new job, he needs to go get a wellness checkup. At the wellness checkup, Jose's doctor tells him that he has hypertension, and in order to lower this, he needs to exercise regularly, eat healthier, and reduce his sodium intake. Jose doesn't know what hypertension is. This doctor was speaking to him in medical jargon. He has to work all day to provide for his family. He doesn't have time for extra exercise, and his wife is the one who makes the meals. They eat what they can afford. Ultimately, the doctor decides to prescribe Jose losartan. He has very low health literacy, and he doesn't know what this medication is, let alone if he can afford it. He has never had to take a chronic medication before. He doesn't know when to take it, how much to take, and all those sorts of things. At the end of the visit, the doctor does ask if he has any questions. However, Jose is feeling so embarrassed and overwhelmed by the fact that he barely understood what the doctor was saying that he just says no to the questions. The doctor leaves the encounter at that and goes to continue on his busy day to see his next patient. As we can see from this encounter, Jose had very low self-efficacy and felt overwhelmed by the communication set forth by the doctor. The patient's low health literacy led to feelings of low self-efficacy and overall very poor health communication. Jose is part of the low-education, first-generation immigrant, non-English speaking community who is most vulnerable and at risk for low health literacy and, in turn, poor health communication. Our next character is Lisa. She's a 17-year-old girl who is a junior in high school. Her mother works all the time, leaving her in charge of going to her doctor appointments alone. She went to her yearly checkup one day after school by herself. When Lisa first arrived to her appointment, she was weighed and her other vitals were taken as well. Her doctor noticed that she is slightly overweight. The doctor told this information to Lisa, and rather than being quick and blunt, the doctor was empathetic and answered questions along the way. The doctor also remembered reading an article on how there is a statistically significant relationship between health literacy and health promotion behaviors in high school students. So, with Lisa's permission, she enrolled Lisa in an online 4-week health literacy class for high school students. The class was able to improve Lisa's health literacy significantly. So after 4 weeks, Lisa came back in to see the doctor once again. The doctor discussed that eating healthy and regular exercise could really improve Lisa's overall health. Because Lisa is now more health literate, she's open to asking questions about what foods to eat versus what to stay away from and how much exercise she should really be partaking in. As we can see from this encounter, higher health literacy led Lisa to ask her doctor more questions and ultimately led to better health communication. Being more health literate also led Lisa to being more inclined to follow through with the health promotion activities that her and her doctor discussed. Our third character is Erin, a middle-class mother who is married with 2 kids. She attended Ohio Northern University where she majored in business and now works as a saleswoman. She has a very average level of health literacy. Over the weekend, Erin decides to educate herself and enrolls herself in a health literacy class online. When she returned to the doctor on Monday, this time when the doctor speaks to her, she's more knowledgeable on what he is saying and therefore is comfortable asking questions, which leads to more effective communication. This also leads her to seeing that radiation treatment seems very effective in treating her specific type of cancer, so her and her doctor come to the conclusion together that that is the route that she would like to take. Overall, after being more knowledgeable on her health literacy, Erin is now not as anxious about the risk of cancer taking her life. The doctor saw that she's more health literate and not as anxious about death, which leads him to also communicate more openly and effectively with her. Her and her doctor effectively communicate because of the increase in Erin's health literacy. In conclusion, a person's health literacy greatly impacts the degree to which they are able to communicate about their health. In Jose's story, we saw that his low health literacy impacted the way in which him and his doctor were able to communicate about his high blood pressure, which ultimately resulted in a poor health outcome. In Lisa and Erin's stories, we saw that increasing one's health literacy increases the degree to which one is comfortable asking questions and collaborating with their providers to increase health communication and positive health outcomes.